When the spotlight fades and the applause dies down, the glamorous veneer of celebrity life often gives way to a much darker reality. For many stars, the pressures of fame, the constant scrutiny, and the struggle to maintain relevance can become overwhelming. While the world sees red carpets, awards, and adoration, behind the scenes, there are battles with addiction, mental health challenges, financial ruin, and personal demons. These tales of Hollywood's brightest lights dimmed too soon serve as a sobering reminder that fame can be as fleeting as it is intoxicating. Let's explore the highs and haunting lows of 7 stars whose extraordinary rises were followed by unimaginable struggles, revealing the hidden cost of life in the limelight. Dana Plato captured the hearts of millions as Kimberly Drummond on the beloved sitcom Different Strokes. Her portrayal of the wholesome, sweet-natured teenager making her a household name in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Yet, behind the bright lights of Hollywood, Dana struggled to navigate the immense pressures of fame at such a young age. The instant stardom that seemed like a dream eventually became a nightmare, as she faced relentless scrutiny and the challenges of maintaining her career in an unforgiving industry. From an early age, Dana began experimenting with drugs and alcohol, a coping mechanism for the mounting pressures she faced both on and off set. As the years passed, her struggles intensified, and her career faltered. After being dismissed from Different Strokes amid behind-the-scenes turbulence, she found it increasingly difficult to secure new roles. Hollywood, known for its fickle nature, had seemingly turned its back on the once bright star. Her personal life mirrored the decline of her professional one. Financial troubles and failed relationships compounded her struggles, leading to a series of legal issues that made her a tabloid fixture. Perhaps most infamous was the 1991 incident when Dana, desperate and destitute, robbed a Las Vegas video store for a paltry $164, armed with nothing but a pellet gun. The arrest and subsequent trial made headlines, casting a harsh spotlight on the tragic fall of a former teen idol. Public ridicule and humiliation followed, further isolating her from the industry and the support she desperately needed. Dana's battle with addiction continued to dominate her life. By the late 1990s, she was living in an RV with her fiancé, far removed from the glamorous life she once led. On May 8, 1999, the struggles that had defined much of her life came to a tragic end when she overdosed on a lethal combination of prescription painkillers and muscle relaxants. She was just 34 years old. Her untimely death left fans heartbroken and served as a stark reminder of the darker side of fame. Dana Plato's story is one of immense talent overshadowed by personal demons, and it remains a cautionary tale about the cost of stardom and the need for compassion and support for those in the public eye. Though her life was cut tragically short, her legacy as a beloved star of a generation endures. Jan Michael Vincent was the epitome of 1980s television stardom, captivating audiences with his charisma and rugged good looks as Stringfellow Hawk in the hit action series Airwolf. At the peak of his fame, Vincent was the highest-paid actor on TV, earning an astonishing $200,000 per episode, a testament to his immense talent and popularity. His career began in the late 1960s, where his magnetic presence shone in films like The Hardy Boys and Buster and Billy. But it was Airwolf that propelled him to superstardom, pairing him with the legendary Ernest Borgnine in an unforgettable on-screen partnership. Yet behind the scenes, the pressures of fame took their toll. Vincent struggled with substance abuse, turning to alcohol and cocaine to cope with his meteoric rise. His addiction spiraled out of control, leading to erratic behavior, multiple arrests, and a reputation that made him increasingly difficult to cast. The actor who once commanded the screen now found himself relegated to low-budget films, his career dimmed by his personal demons. Vincent's decline was marked by a series of tragedies, including near-fatal car accidents that left him with debilitating injuries. In 1996, he suffered a broken neck in one crash, and years later, another accident further exacerbated his health struggles. By 2012, complications from an infection led to the amputation of his right leg below the knee, leaving him wheelchair-bound and a shadow of the vibrant leading man Hollywood had once celebrated. Despite his attempts to live a quieter life, Vincent continued to battle health and financial difficulties, reportedly owing tens of thousands in back taxes. On February 10, 2019, Jan Michael Vincent passed away at the age of 73, following cardiac arrest. His death marked the end of a turbulent life that had once held boundless promise. The story of Jan Michael Vincent remains a cautionary tale, a a sobering reminder of how fame and fortune can mask deep-seated struggles and how the brightest stars can sometimes burn out far too soon. Mindy McCready was a voice that defined a moment in country music, her hits like Guys Do It All the Time and 10,000 Angels making her a rising star in the late 1990s. Her fiery spirit and undeniable talent earned her accolades and legions of fans, and she became a household name seemingly overnight. But while her public persona shone brightly, her private life was unraveling in ways few could imagine. Behind the chart-topping success lay a series of devastating personal struggles. McCready's relationships were often tumultuous and abusive, most notably with Billy McKnight, the father of her eldest son. Despite his physical abuse, the pair had a toxic cycle of breaking up and reconciling, a pattern that would mirror the chaos in her life. Legal troubles soon followed, with multiple arrests for forgery, drug possession, and DUI, tarnishing her reputation and taking a toll on her career. Her emotional and mental health deteriorated further, leading to 3 highly publicized suicide attempts. In an effort to turn her life around, McCready appeared on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew, a desperate move to address her struggles with addiction and mental health. Yet, even under the spotlight of her recovery, her demons proved insurmountable. In January 2013, McCready's boyfriend, David Wilson, the father of her younger son, died by suicide on the porch of their home. His death devastated McCready, leaving her emotionally shattered and alone to care for her 2 young children. Just weeks later, on February 17, 2013, McCready's life came to a tragic and haunting end when she died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound on the same porch where Wilson had taken his life. She was only 37 years old. The tragedy not only marked the loss of a gifted artist but also a profound reminder of the devastating effects of untreated trauma and addiction. McCready's life, though filled with highs of stardom, was ultimately overshadowed by heartbreak, leaving her fans mourning a star whose light burned out far too soon. Lonnie Grady captured hearts and became a household name as Mary Bradford, the responsible and endearing eldest sister on 8 is Enough, a defining show of late 1970s television. Her radiant smile and warm demeanor made her a favorite among fans, and she expanded her acting portfolio with guest appearances on hit shows like The Love Boat and a leading role in the TV movie The Kid with the Broken Halo. Lonnie seemed destined for a long and successful career, but behind the camera, her struggles with health and addiction began to take a toll. As her star power waned, Lonnie made the difficult decision to leave acting and reinvent herself as a talent agent, a role where she hoped to channel her industry experience into guiding others. However, her personal battles proved unrelenting. Seeking help, she checked herself into Cedars-Sinai Medical Center for detox, only to face a devastating allegation of sexual assault by a medical technician, leading to a lawsuit that hung over her already fragile life. While the case was still pending, tragedy struck. In 2001, Lonnie was found dead in her modest mobile home, a stark contrast to the glamour of her earlier years. She was just 46 years old. An autopsy revealed lethal levels of Vicodin and Prozac in her system, underscoring the depth of her struggles. Lonnie's untimely death was a poignant reminder of the human cost behind the allure of fame, marking the tragic end of a life once brimming with promise and potential. Amanda Peterson's star blazed across the Hollywood sky after her unforgettable breakout role in the 1987 romantic comedy Can't Buy Me Love. Paired with a young Patrick Dempsey, Amanda's natural charm and girl-next-door beauty made her an instant teen idol. She adorned the covers of magazines like Tiger Beat and Teen Beat, cementing her status as a beloved figure in 80s pop culture. For a time, she seemed destined for enduring success, with her on-screen charisma winning over both critics and fans alike. Yet, by the mid-1990s, Amanda had quietly stepped away from Hollywood, choosing to return to the quiet familiarity of her hometown in Greeley, Colorado. This retreat marked the beginning of a troubling chapter in her life. Away from the spotlight, Amanda struggled with the loss of her fame and identity, and her personal life spiraled into chaos. She faced multiple arrests on charges ranging from assault to drug possession and even suspicion of child abuse, which was later dropped. Her mugshots, often showing her bruised and almost unrecognizable, painted a grim portrait of her battles with addiction and the toll they had taken on her once vibrant spirit. By the final years of her life, Amanda was receiving disability benefits and living a reclusive existence in a small apartment, far removed from the glamour of her Hollywood heyday. On July 3, 2015, tragedy struck. Amanda was found dead in her home at the age of 43. An autopsy revealed that a lethal overdose of morphine had ended her life. Her death was a stark contrast to the bright, magnetic starlet who had once captured the hearts of millions. Amanda's heartbreaking decline serves as a poignant reminder of the heavy burden fame can impose, and the human fragility often hidden behind the glittering veneer of stardom. Lisa Robin Kelly's portrayal of Lori Foreman, the sly, sharp-witted older sister on That 70s Show, made her a standout on the hit sitcom. With her biting humor and undeniable charm, she brought a uniquely comedic edge to the role, earning her a devoted fan base. However, behind the scenes, Lisa's personal life was unraveling, and the cracks began to show in her professional career. Rumors of substance abuse began to circulate when her appearances on the show became sporadic, eventually leading to her abrupt departure at the end of Season 3. Fans were left speculating, and her absence marked the beginning of a downward spiral that would tragically define her later years. Struggling to regain her footing in Hollywood, Lisa's life became a tumultuous cycle of personal and legal battles. Arrests for drunk driving, domestic violence, and assault made headlines, painting a picture of a once promising star struggling against her demons. Each mugshot, more distressing than the last, reflected the toll that addiction and turmoil had taken on her both physically and emotionally. In one particularly heartbreaking instance, law enforcement found Lisa in a parked car blocking freeway traffic, a scene that underscored the depth of her struggles. Despite acknowledging her issues with alcoholism and making attempts to turn her life around, including checking into rehab, Lisa faced an uphill battle. Her efforts at recovery were tragically cut short in August 2013 when she passed away in her sleep at the age of 43. The cause of death was determined to be multiple drug intoxication, a grim ending to a life filled with talent and potential. At the time of her death, Lisa reportedly had just $1,000 to her name, a stark contrast to the fame and promise she had once enjoyed. Lisa Robin Kelly's story is a somber reminder of how quickly fame can fade and how personal struggles can overshadow professional triumphs. Though her life was tragically short, her work on That 70s Show continues to bring laughter to audiences, preserving her legacy as a gifted comedic actress. Her untimely death serves as both a cautionary tale and a call for compassion for those battling addiction and mental health challenges. These stories remind us that fame often comes at a steep cost. Which of these tales shocked you the most? Share your thoughts below, and if you found this deep dive compelling, check out our channel for more celebrity stories that peel back the glitz and reveal the human struggles beneath.